Welcome to the Nostalgia Film Society. I love good movies, bad movies, everything in between, but there's always those certain movies or TV shows that have that more, nostalgic feeling about them that remind you of your childhood maybe, or you have fond memories of. So today I'm watching Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 1, Episode 3. I never watched this show when I was growing up. I was terrified of it. My friends would watch it, and I think I saw a few clips of like the intro, and that was basically it, and that was enough to scare me off. And I'm still, you have a pretty big wuss with horror movies. I'm watching, Goosebumps as well. You can check out those reaction videos, but I'm really enjoying the Are You Afraid of the Dark series, the few episodes I've seen so far. I don't know if they're based on any source material or anything like that, but let me know, and I'm very curious to see where this series is going to go. This anthology style, each episode about a different story, and these kids around the campfire. The previous few episodes have focused mostly on ghosts, so I'm curious to see if we will continue on that supernatural field, if we will explore other creatures, if there'll be vampires, werewolves, anything like that, or if it's mostly just going to be ghost stories, which I'm fine with. I'm just very curious to see where this is going to go. But thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Scared to death on rides, and stuff up on junk food, and ditch your parents. All in one night.
Quite the premise, okay. Oh no.
In the dark.
Oh, no thank you. Oh my god, the animatronics with his flashing eyes. Ooh. These kids. The spook house. Oh my god, just shook his own head. I hate clowns. I hate clowns. Yeah, same girl. I'm out.
I was just getting started.
Bye.
Clown story. I hate clowns.
Me too. No, thank you.
They give me nightmares. Where's my thermos?
Yeah, bye.
They call it bozophobia.
Guess we finally found something wrong with Miss Perfect.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd be out of there for sure. See you later. Same.
The Tale of Laughing in the Dark.
What a creepy name for like a amusement park ride. No, thank you.
Not you were gonna barf.
You snitch. Maybe I should barf right now. On you.
Charming. And I like how it's the story of kids trying to one-up each other with their stories. And like, well, you're not afraid, are you?
No. Let's go in.
It's definitely reminded me of the Fun House, which obviously takes place at a carnival as well.
Break.
I heard the same thing. Weird things happen in there. Something to do with the clown.
Yeah, if there's a creepy clown laughing, run away. Run away now.
Both of you are chicken.
Oh, you wouldn't dare call them chicken. Oh my, was this the Colonel?
Right door and you go free. Pick the wrong door, and there he'll be.
Is this Dr. Vink? It's giving me the same Dr. Vink vibes from the previous episode. Oh my god, run away from Zebo the clown.
Suit yourself. I'll be here. I'm always here.
Why do I not feel like that's comforting?
We didn't ask you.
But then I found this.
Katie Clown, Cotton Calamity.
The laughing...
That's a lot of alliteration.
And attempts to rescue Zebo were futile. Tragically, the clown perished in the inferno. Ew.
Now we got a ghost clown? Ha 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 ha.
Has it? The ghost of Zebo is still there. Trapped. For all time.
I mean, clowns were bad enough. Now we got ghost clowns to deal with? Come on.
Here comes Zebo to tickle you!
Tickle this.
Don't mess, or I'll bung you in the head.
Oh my god. How every tickle fight should end. Getting bonked in the head with a garbage kid lid.
Spook house, lame ball. It's supposed to be spooky. You gotta be some kind of doofus to think it's real. Boom!
Every one of these episodes is mild bullying so far.
You're gonna eat those words.
How are we gonna...
Nice transition.
Am I gonna go through this whole place alone? But when I find the dummy clown, I'm gonna steal his nose. And you're...
Why would you taunt the clown ghost?
Now I'm gonna show you guys how stupid it is being scared of this place.
Have they learned nothing? Anytime they try and one-up each other and prove how brave they are, it ends horribly.
Why not indeed? It's the most fun in the park when you're laughing in the dark.
Well, that slogan is creepy and unsettling.
What do you think I am, some kind of clown?
Oh, he's using his own words against him with his bag of money. Oh, he's a clown and a thief.
I know it's you, old man. You can't scare me.
Oh my god, this poor kid's not gonna sleep for a week. That's can't be safe. Oh my god, a fire-breathing dragon. Let's just cue that in this paper warehouse. Yeah, no big deal. It's like the IKEA arrows. How do you always get lost? Even though it's literally on the floor, but you still somehow get lost. Whoa, that was fun. It's like, you're right, I'll stay. It's better if my friends think I'm cool and tough. Oh, cue the clown! No, thank you. No, thank you.
Can't hurt you. Stop being such a wuss and just do it.
It's giving me like Killer Clowns from Outer Space vibes.
All right. Thanks, guy.
He looks so weird without his nose.
Hope you can still smell your stinky cigars without your nose.
On his middle finger? Was that intentional? He's like, no one steals my nose. Whoa, what's this mysterious fog coming from beneath the door? Da 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 da.
Weege, it's you. The guys at school are gonna think so too.
Not funny.
Sorry.
And now his friend has to wear it. Oh my god. Zebo, is that you lurking around the corner? Oh my. Whoa! Clown ghost. The whole casserole dish in the microwave.
Somebody's in there. You better show yourself, or you're gonna get beamed.
Somehow I don't think baseball bats work against ghosts. Oh, classic.
Hoping you'd forget it completely.
You're dreaming, pal. Tomorrow's Zebo day for you. Later.
Like his friend calls to apologize and he's like, yeah, you're right. I'll just make you wear this thing for one day and be humiliated publicly. Just one day though. What a jerk.
One day's the best I'm gonna do.
Give it back. Give it
Zebo makes house calls. Oh my god. He just wants his nose back. You know, from one thief to another.
Kid stuff? There's no such thing as Zebo the Clown.
What is he gonna do with these forks and knives?
I'll just eat dinner and...
Oh my god.
Oh, how can that burn so fast?
And it's not hot, he's just touching with his anyway. It's Zebo in the spaghetti! Oh, gross. What are those? With a Z in the pudding. Were those supposed to be fingers? What was that in the spaghetti?
In the ride, and I'm really scared now. Was that you?
Give me a break. Why would I?
What was that?
Oh, Zebo's moving in.
It's gotta be at your house.
If you don't give it back, I'll come up and get it.
Oh my god, this is so creepy. I hate clowns. I hate clowns. You should have locked your door, bud. With the circus music playing in the background. I'm sorry, what? Ghost osmosis? Is he just coming back through the balloon? He has his own branded balloons that just say give it back. Amazing.
Forget it, I'm gone.
It's too late. Your Zebos now. With these like quick zooms in. Oh my god.
And, just to show there's no hard feelings, cigars.
How did this kid buy a box of cigars? Yep, still terrified of clowns. Yep, still super effing creepy with that maniacal laugh.
In the park. When you're laughing in the dark.
This guy. Oh my god, no thank you. No thank you. They've even got him smoking in the ride. Oh my gosh.
Say to that. I'd say that's a good thing, because we wouldn't want you having nightmares. Would we?
Oh no, too soon, too soon. They're like, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here. Oh my goodness. So that was my first time watching Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 1 Episode 3 about this clown. It was still very much focused on a ghost, as it was, you know, the clown's ghost, as he had perished in this fire from the 20s, and it was interesting to learn his backstory. You know, one of the characters had all these like papers, and he's like explaining, you know, why the ghost would be there, and, you know, kind of the history of the carnival, which was interesting. And I've noticed in these episodes there's always some kind of bully. Same within Goosebumps. The kids aren't very nice to each other, and yeah, it's been a while since I was, you know, that age, but still I was like, man, everybody is just treating each other horribly. Like, even when his friend calls Josh to apologize, Josh just torments him even more, saying like, oh no, you can wear it for one day, like you owe me that, like haha. I'm like, this poor kid. And, you know, obviously looking at it from a different perspective now, being an adult, but still, I was definitely with Kristen. I wanted to leave as soon as I found out clowns were involved. I don't like clowns, but this one reminded me more of like a killer clown from outer space with his outfit. And, you know, he did have the glowing red eyes and his cigar, and they even gave him like a bag of money because, as we find out, you know, he stole like everybody's pay basically and ends up, you know, dying in this fire. I've noticed also it's a lot of kids trying to prove how tough they are. Like Kristen be like, no, I can stay through this story. Like, I'm not scared. And, you know, she's got her friends on either side of her, and then one of them puts on the clown mask at the end and she runs off screaming, obviously. And, you know, but they're trying to just prove how tough they are. And even Josh being like, I'm not scared. And obviously he was, but, you know, doesn't want his friends to know that, and, you know, goes to steal the nose even when he has a clear way out. He's like, no, I have to, you know, what my friends think is so important. And again, I feel like it just shows what your priorities are at the time, and, you know, what your friends think of you means so very, very much, and you're willing to, you know, put yourself at risk in order to prove how tough you are. And I also really like how each story is different, obviously with the same theme being ghosts so far throughout, but, you know, it's not taking place in the same town or having the same kids. Like, it's, you know, a carnival and then a cousin and like if these friends, and it's a different story every time. And I know that that's an anthology and that's, you know, the format of the show, but I feel like eventually you'd have to think of so many creative ways to have different stories for each episode, but they've done a great job so far, and I'm very curious to see where it's gonna go and the different avenues they'll explore. And yeah, like having this carnival theme was new, and the different sets, and, you know, the long mirrors, the funhouse mirrors, and the door that revolves and switches, you know, into Zebo's kind of area where he hides behind this door basically. And, you know, there was a fire breathing dragon, and just like they're pretty interesting and like an elaborate set for one episode. I don't know if they would have found an existing carnival. That probably would have been the easiest, and then just kind of altered it to what they need. But the guy who was, you know, ushering people into this ride, which is terrifyingly called, Laughing in the Dark, was like, this is the best ride in the park, Laughing in the Dark. And I was like, who named this? This is unsettling in a lot of ways. And he definitely reminded me of Dr. Fink from the first episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I don't know if it's the same actor. Dr. Fink had a lot of facial hair and, things going on. So it could be somewhat different, but like his expressive eyes were definitely reminding me of Dr. Fink. So yeah, let me know in the comments. It's possible that they would reuse actors as well, especially if it was just, kind of a one-off. And we don't really see Zeeb in his ghost form. We see him in his like full clown costume. And then we see kind of the fog underneath the door, which, I mean, maybe that's supposed to represent when he becomes the ghost, and the fog, outside of Josh's house and, under the door and everything like that. But this was, to me, it was more of like a fun episode. And I don't think it was supposed to be. It was very, very creepy. But, the clown element, this continuous laughing throughout, and the carnival theme also, and having that balloon that came up through the door that just said give it back. I was like, oh my gosh, like this ghost clown went to all this effort to get this one balloon made because in case someone stole his nose, and Josh somehow was able to buy cigars. Like, it was just, yeah, it was not my favorite episode. I don't like clowns, so that kind of set it as a disadvantage already, but just it felt more ridiculous than scary to me, and I definitely still enjoyed it. I love ridiculous things. Like, the more ridiculous the better. That's right up my alley. And I can imagine if you would have seen this when you were younger, it would have been terrifying. Maybe I'm just too old for it now, but having the clowns laugh in the background, and just the way he like follows Josh to his house, super creepy, and leaves the Z and and the chocolate pudding, and puts whatever that was in his spaghetti in this casserole dish. Like, what was that supposed to be? And with prank phone calling Josh, and he thinks it's his friend, and just the lengths this clown went to try and get his nose back. And he wasn't even trying to like do anything to Josh. He just wanted his nose back, and then once he got it back and his box of cigars, he was good to go. But it was just such what the moral of the story is: don't steal a clown's nose. Like, don't taunt clown ghosts, and like, again, we have the friends daring each other to go in, like we had in the previous episode with the lonely ghost. He dares a cousin to go into the haunted house, and she has to prove how tough she is again. I almost wish we would have had like a flashback scene to when Zeeb was, there in the 20s. It probably wouldn't have been well done, but it's still kind of, I think that would have been the more interesting story of Zeeb's backstory, and like how he became this ghost who now haunts this already like spooky ride. And not a ton of like practical effects or anything like that, which is fine. Obviously we had the fog and, the animatronics with the glowing red eyes as he goes through this, haunted house. And it's interesting how we see that with the kids at the fire pit as well, with them trying to be brave in front of each other and trying to one-up each other with who can tell the best scary story and who can tell the scariest story, and then that reflecting in the characters in the story as well, of like the characters trying to prove to their friends how tough they are and trying to be brave. And yeah, it's very interesting, especially when they're kids telling stories for kids. They did hear about parents being mentioned, but of course they weren't in the episode, so Josh was home alone, perfect for Zeeb to come over and try and seek his revenge. And we are learning a little bit more about the kids at the fire. We had them kind of talking about the story for the first time. I don't think we've seen that yet, where they're like, what did you think? And kind of analyzing it and talking about like, oh, well, I thought this, and kind of analyzing the story and just talking about it more. And now we know that Kirsten is afraid of clowns as well. It was her birthday in a previous episode. So yeah, I feel like it's just going to be little pieces here and there. And we didn't even start off with them at the fire. Like, we were jumped right into the story and then go back to them, talking around the fire. Overall, I thought it was a decent episode. I found it more funny than scary, but again, that's probably just my age, and if I would have watched it when I was young, it would have been terrifying. I hate clowns, so it already would have scared the crap out of me. And just Zeebo with this very, very like big painted on smile, and the laugh we kept hearing, over and over, and prank calling him saying, give it back, like, ha ha ha. Super creepy, like very, very unsettling, and there's no denying that. And following him home, and just like the lengths he went to try and get his nose. And then Josh finally has to admit that he is in fact scared and calls his friend, and his friend saying like, there's only one phone at my house, like da 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 da, that means he's in your house. Just super creepy. Please, no more clowns. We got this out of the way. I don't want to see any more clown episodes. It's just not my thing, but I do like that they're exploring, different themes and sets, and especially with a short format, TV show. But thank you so much for sharing on this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. I hate clowns. What a creepy name for like a amusement park ride. Tickle this. So you're right, I'll stay. It's better if my friends think I'm cool and tough. He looks so weird without his nose. The whole casserole dish in the microwave. With a Z in the pudding. They've even got him smoking in the ride.